Hello there, Croeso and welcome. I'm Shadow Lummox and I'm back here on Wreckfest to do the new seasonal challenge for the solo tournament, which is a checkpoint chase around the Hillstreet Circuit Race Track. As you've seen, I've got a nice new intro that makes me sounds like an 80s news intro, but I like it and I'm having fun playing with the new PC, so hopefully be a gateway to new and better content. But for now, I'm going to stick with what I do best. Well, what I do. There are plenty of people who do it better, but we'll stick with the Wreckfest solo tournament weekly and seasonal challenges. And this one is a bit different from what they normally do. Has been done plenty of times. The aim here is to get as high a score as possible, but as you notice on the top right, you've got a time limit that's constantly going down, and you've got to get through the checkpoints on the track as quick as possible to refresh that time. Very, very retro style of game. This is how racing games were done back in the day, as there was no real other way of programming them properly. So you've got as well these taxis going around the track, which are going very slow and will stick to the racing line or stick to the line that they want to go on, regardless of what's going on around them. So there will be times where you're trying to stick to your racing line and you've just got to adjust because of what's happening around you, and it's something you've got to pay attention to because you want to get through the track and do the laps as quickly as possible to hit as many checkpoints as you can to get as big a score as you can. But you've got to be paying attention to the position of those taxis so you can drive around them without losing too much speed. It means while you've also got to be focused on the lines you are taking and the speed you are carrying, you've got to pay attention to the cars that are around you and that are up ahead of you, so you can plan in advance where you're going to go. They're not erratic, so you'll get a feel very quickly of the sort of driving line they're going to take, so you can plan out, said, in advance, so by the time you get to the taxi, you can adjust and still maintain your speed as much as possible. So this section you just gone through, the loop or the roundabout section, that's a place where you can lose a lot of time. I do what's called, what I consider the traditional line, but you can, instead of going straight on then looping back around, you can turn left the moment you get to the crossroads and then go around that way. You'll hit the checkpoint faster and get a bigger bonus time, but I'm just not good when I do it. I'm faster when I do it the normal way, but I am still pretty certain the alternative way of taking that section is faster than the way I normally take it and is better for this challenge, but I'm not good enough when I do it. So I stick to the normal way. I'll fly down here, and then just as I hit the crossroads section, that's when I apply the brake, get myself down to second, so I can cut that last corner past the checkpoint as tight as I can and then accelerate as soon as possible up this hill. Very important. You can lose an awful lot of time if you get that section wrong, and it is one of the places where the taxis as well will just get in each other's way, potentially giving you roadblocks. And you see that I've got the gold already. This will be the last lap that I can do. Just after that crosswalk there is where I brake for that first corner. Cut it as tight as you can, because if you're drifting a little off to the left when you cut it, that curb will bounce you into the wall on your left. Avoid cutting that little right there. It can be done, but most of the time you're just going to, again, end up in the wall on the left. You see, get that last section of that roundabout through the checkpoint tight. Even if there's a taxi there, you can get by nicely. brake just a little bit here, drop down to fourth, but back on the accelerator as soon as you can. And you can cut this corner an awful lot more than I do, but it is a bit risky. And you don't think you need to brake up here at the top, but it does help you get a tighter line through that final section. As we come up to the finish there's my score. So I hope this has helped you, and you can see the new outro now. So I just want to say diolch and thank you for watching.